Alright, hello and welcome to another episode of the BC Coding Stream. I want to continue with my Claude Code isolation, and I have been preparing just a few things right before this stream now, and I want to bring you a little bit up to speed on what that is. I hope like the music could be a little bit. Let's try it this way. Okay, I think we should be good. Alright, I have run just a few little faults basically. What I've exchanged or prepared was that we can, instead of persisting the Claude JSON in its own volume, basically, we persist it into a host config folder. So what I've prepared is I have a folder for al development config, which is basically just a plain folder in my home directory, which got built with quite some files already, but the most important ones are the Claude Markdown file, which is for now a placeholder for the al development instruction. It's directly stating that the agent is running in a Docker container for business central development. And we also have a command basically to say, to just give like a demo, basically a hello world from that repository or from that folder. So, and this is also where the authentication now gets saved. I won't open that credential thing, but in general, this is where the credentials get cached. And the command to run this didn't change much, but I think the README already got updated. Which is basically just those few commands. We include the entire folder. The entry point script moves. Just some file read. Okay, now if we pass in, also, this is what I wanted to show. We pass in the Claude al development folder as the .claude main folder inside the container. Then this I think didn't change. There is in the local share on Linux, there is just general information that we map into the container, and we map the current directory as the workspaces project folder. So within the container, it's always the same project that's being used as, or the same path that's being used as the project, and then we use the Claude Code Sandbox command to run. And I think that is that might be a command that gets created. I'll need to find that. Actually, let's search that. Oh no, that's the container. Okay, that's the name of the container that we're. No, that's the image. Yeah, now I have it. Okay, we run a new container, which will remove itself directly after it finishes. And that's the image we're running. Okay, now I got it. Great. Okay, and this is our container. I'm running this. Okay, I can't. It's not a console. It's running inside the my Sentinel project. This is where I'm running Claude Code. Let's see. I noticed that we are like a few versions behind. Let's see what happens if I do the doctor command right here. Oh, that's the native the okay. So maybe then the image just has to be updated from time to time, but that's okay. Right, and we have skills. As you can see, we have user skills and user commands, which is the hello al. So we can run hello al and it will be doing something. It can access that host folder. And the entire idea of this is, now I can have differently prepared user directories. Somewhere, it doesn't have to be home, you can have it wherever you want on disk, but this is the path you will need to link into the container command. And then you don't need to have all the skills, all the agents, all the general instructions be general. You can have them specific to what you're trying to accomplish, and this doesn't need to be only L development. Could be anything that you want to have specific instructions that you want to reuse across projects. So you can also create an agent. Let's try this. We can do agents, right? And say create a new agent, and I want to create a personal agent. Now this would be a project scope, would be for the project I've opened, right? You remember that we're running in the Sentinel project, and the personal one is basically this folder, and it's read-write to the host. So I can say I want to have a personal agent, want to generate with Claude Code, and let's do this. Create an agent that's specialized in summarizing AL repositories to give a general overview over this that is human readable and makes it easier to understand pre-existing AL structures, AL projects without having to read every single line of code. Just an idea. I don't know if that will be useful or not, but that way we can try this. Also, by the way, today I saw that I have been now, I don't know if it's general availability now or my user account has been enabled for the voice mode, but it seems to not work at all. So I just continue to use my transcription. Now I haven't test run this agent create command before. I have used it, but not in this specific context. So I'm really curious how this will turn out. Now this can use Sonnet. I don't care about the. I mean, yeah, agent memory. Okay. Enter. Okay, now we have an AL repo summarizer, and as you can see, it created agent memory and it created the agent. And this is what it came up with. And it saved it automatically into the AL specific user directory. Isn't that cool? I feel like this is gonna change a few things here. Okay. Let's see. Use the what's it called? The repo price page current repo. Okay, that's running. I'm really curious what will be inside the agent memory folder. If something will be saved automatically or how that works. Let's have some backup files in here. Debug information. plugins, projects. Also, we can have plugins in. That's cool. I'll give that a try in a second. Additional environments, snapshots, and of course, different other files. I don't want to open all of them because I don't know where will be sensitive information, so you can explore this yourself, I guess. Oh, there's the memory file. Interesting. Oh, it's already directly writing that memory. And I wanted to create a new folder. Let me just do this off screen. Why this is... I want to show you how you can create your own projects like this. And I will also work on probably a new AL development configuration with all the scripts and everything in place, as I've already said multiple times. I feel like my pre-existing one is grown too much and has to be cleaned up a little bit. Easy. That worked. Okay, and here's the result from that repo summarizer. I feel this is really that was easy actually. Can we do the same for skills, by the way? No, okay, skills cannot be automatically defined. A little bit annoying. Configuration. Div. MCP service. Interesting. Okay, let's exit this. And let's use the same folder to connect to a different project. So I have the completely empty telemetry folder here, which I will use now. Let me grab the command again. Let's construct this. So I want to run my home VS Claude folder from this folder. Then we have the Claude share, that's perfectly fine, and this is exactly how. Let's see. Now it's asking me to log in again, of course. Because it will save credentials, but so you can also run this with different authentications, theoretically, if you wanted to. Not sure if that is a feature or a problem, but you can use Claude Code. Now you've seen how I use it, so you can use it to adjust this if you want to have this differently. But this is, I think, how I will run this. Now it saved everything it has to save. Yes, I want to accept everything. And now I in my telemetry folder. So now I can basically create telemetry specific settings and instructions and everything. I can connect Waldo's MCP server into this. So I have my telemetry configuration inside in any folder. Right now I use a dedicated telemetry folder across all projects, but this way I can have, I don't need to care about AL specific instructions. I can load the telemetry agent basically, if you want to call it like this. I guess it is a telemetry agent into any folder structure. Now let's see, I wanted to do something else. Let's back out of this again. Let's load the other command again, the development conf. And you obviously then can create like shortcuts or something for those commands. There you go. Plugins. Okay. So that would be, wait a second, I need to grab the correct URL. Because we are looking at al-lsp-for-agents right now. We need, this is, okay, I need to, sorry, type all over the place. Okay, we do this. Just need to open this in a new window and then I will show you what I'm looking at right. So this is a cool thing from Corbin Leith. He has written a plugin which basically enables Claude Code to do code navigation and things. And this is something that has to be configured. So I have to have a environment variable set. That's why I just prompted my main thing. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, this has to be always enabled inside the containers configuration. Can we do that? So it has to, the LSP tool has to be enabled globally for the Claude Code session. And then we also have to register the marketplace. This is where I wanted to grab this from so we can, this is okay, paste. Okay. Yeah, this is a problem. We locked out GitHub completely, but it will be cloned into here. Okay, so I have to do this outside of the container basically in order to enable this. Okay, the environment variable is set. Okay, we're locking ourselves out. Bucket places. Can I open this? Oh, very good. Good. Down. Let's see if this gets auto-detected. I will probably need to restart this. And go. But it didn't install the marketplace. Let's see if it now works, that I have the marketplace already cloned. Still not. Okay, then I have to figure this out. But this is how we would add the marketplace. But probably the marketplace has to be linked in some settings file as well in order to have it listed correctly. Then it also needs to clone there. So that would be probably one thing that either that needs to be done manually, or for this particular task we would open the GitHub connection to update everything, and then we can use it correctly. But it's a nice feature, and it should probably be installed into that environment as well. And the other thing I wanted to do is, can you hide here to file a project? I'm wondering if there is a difference between commands and skills. What is the difference in Claude between commands and skills? Because recently I've been reading more and more about the usage of skills and all the advantages. Okay, al-compile isn't installed in the container. Commands are the legacy approach, simple markdown files that content. Skills are the modern replacement, following agent skills IO open standard. Skills name skill markdown. Okay, interesting. So I think it would be good to have a skill to write skill. Oh, you can even prompt them to run in an isolated sub-page. Oh, that's interesting. And you can, okay, you can disable the model invocation. So when I write a skill, my model can automatically load them and run them. So that's much better than the commands. Is there any assisted way into generating new skills? Is there a skill to write skills somehow? You're now thinking about what AL development typically would use as skills. We probably have the obvious ones: AL compile, publish, run tests, right? but probably also more even. I don't know if anyone has a good idea of what would be a skill, an encapsulated thing that we would use in AL development. Because I think the number of skills that we would want to create is probably quite significant. We have a skills folder, so we can create a new folder here. That skills. Then we have demo skill, and inside there we do skill.md. Okay, did I create a folder? Now this is what we... No, there is no built-in skill generator. Okay, this is how I would do this. So I have a skill here. Let's just some demo descriptions that is only purpose is to test the new skill or the entire skill syntax. We don't want to restrict available tools. We don't want that. Context. What is context? Options do we have? Context. Did it give me a link? It obviously did. Second. Okay, context is either omitted or fork. So we can just remove context and set this to .NET. Let's just copy this. It's not. What happens if I clear? Can I then do... What is fork? Oh, interesting. There are always new features coming, which are really, which can be missed quite quickly. Let's restart this. Can you load the demo skill without me specifically requesting this? Interesting. I just gave it the documentation. It can. Okay, so I don't know, sometimes it's weird. Oh, this is the Hello AL skill. But I'm at this one. So it can also load commands as skills, because this is a command, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Okay. Let's remove that and see if that. Oh, yes. Now it works. Okay. So this is how you do this. Now I'm still curious how supporting. Oh, add supporting files. There we go. Let me show you documentation. Arguments. And supporting skills. So multiple files in directory. This keeps the SKILL.md focused, essentially, while even helper scripts. So the AL compile basically could have a utility script in there. Or even user invocable faults to not clog up the slash commands. Interesting. Restrict tool access, pass up skills. Yep. Dynamic context. The skill summarizes a request by fetching live. Oh, that's it. Wow. Didn't know that. It's a sub agent. Yeah, we had that. Agent. Also, I can. Oh, this is getting complicated. Okay, so we can have agents. Apparently, I mean, also probably custom agents. And we can run a skill in a sub agent. So, when the main session of Claude Code runs the skill, it then automatically would, per definition of the skill, use the dedicated custom sub-agent to execute that skill. Okay, I have to really brainstorm and think about how to set up that AL development profile. And that's probably beyond what I can do on stream, honestly, because that's mostly just talking to Claude Code and trying to brainstorm this entire thing. Okay. This is crazy. Because my existing AL development profile was mainly built around having sub-agents and commands. So I can run a command like basically plan, and it would create planning documentation, requirements, engineering documents, and all that kind of things, and use sub-agent for those. Now, if I have skills instead of commands that are already defined to use sub-agents correctly, then this changes the picture a little bit. Also, it would require to specify correctly what is the skill documentation instructions versus what is the sub-agent, the custom agent specific instructions. Where is the border, the line to draw, basically. This is something I have to work through and think about, but you can probably expect me to work on this again. So what I will do now is I will push the changes I have done today, and you can basically get started to build your own project configurations like this, and get started with custom instructions. I will also work on this to major my AL development profile basically into a profile like this, and then I will probably publish this as well. But the next stream will not be about building this further live on stream, but it will probably be about demoing what it can do, because building that is probably will take longer than I want to be on stream for. I think this might be too boring. Okay. Today a little bit shorter stream. I'm a little bit short on time. So this is what I wanted to show you. Just a little bit of an update of how this is going, where this is going. And again, now I think this should be ready for general purpose and for usage. I wanted to show you how you can use this on your own projects. You can get started building your profile. I think the base of that container will not change anymore that much, at least. If you have problems, if you find problems like the marketplace stuff and other things, just create issues on the GitHub repository. I will probably find some myself as well and then fix them accordingly. But I think everything else should be working. And yeah, make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so. I really don't like this phrase because everybody on YouTube is basically doing this, but apparently you guys need reminding. I do those streams very spontaneously, as you've seen today maybe as well. So if you want to get notified, this is the only way of doing so, or you need to follow me on social media, and hope I don't forget to post the announcement there. And yeah, thanks for joining as usual, and have a nice day.